I always say, let us look at the context of Nigeria right now. No sane person will say they don't know the history of Atiku, the history of Tinubu, and yet they've seen someone who is campaigning on credibility and accountability to help us to fix the country. Yes, it cannot do it all alone. We have to join hands together because they can't change Nigeria alone. The citizens have their own duty. We have our own duty. We have our own role to play as well to fix the country. Because if we don't change, no matter what Peter Obi do, it's not going to be relevant because he left Anambra State with some money. Today, the next person that got there swindled the money. So we, the citizens, also, I've said this before, and I already, we have a responsibility, a role to play, and not leave everything to Peter Obi. Right now, yes, we need to put him in position of authority as a leader. Then we have to what? We have to follow what he says. We have to help to change the nation. We have to stop giving bribe. We have to start obeying the rules of law. Once these laws are there, we have to abide by them because it's not going to come and tell us, abide by it or force us to do it. We have to do it. I pray the police officers get paid so that they don't start taking, because once they don't get salary, they are open to what? To receiving bribes. You won't blame them entirely for it. You will not, because if I'm not receiving salary, I have families to take care of. What will I do? I will go for the nearest person who is going to feed me. So they open themselves to such things. They get paid. Teachers get paid. We look at the economy, how we save our revenue, how we generate revenue, our export, how we export this thing. These are all these things bring revenue to us. We have the best weather in the world. Where tourism should be one of our main revenue generation. If we have the good roads, the good drainage system, and everything is put in place, tourism should be our main revenue generation, not even oil. But sadly, we've had greedy leaders that have come in, and sadly, some people worship these leaders. They sew clothes for them. They give them bag of rice. And we all have been caught in that. I'm not coming here to say that, oh, we've not been, because we left, because we're in the diaspora, we've not acted or played part in it. We in diaspora we've contributed to also some of the things that happen in the country. So we take responsibility as well too. But right now, it's a time for change. Everybody, we have to put on everything and work and fix this country. Fix the airports. I mean, if you know the amount of Nigerians that travel, that comes into Nigeria every day. If you've ever boarded a plane, there's no plane that comes into that country that is not full. How many airlines operate but yet we struggle. We only have one conveyor belt at the airport. Sometimes they use generator to run it. Nigeria can't run a 24-hour airport because of electricity issue. They use generator to be running. It's unsustainable. It's not possible. So we've now seen the like of Peter Obi. And my prayer for those on the ground. I'm not on ground, they are on the ground, so we keep to appeal to their conscience, Nigerians in general, to appeal to their conscience. Let us make use of this opportunity. Let us give him a chance. I'm not saying he's a saint. Obi is not a saint, just like many of us are not a saint. But when you compare him with others and look at track records, if Tinubu can come out today and justify how he made his money, several times he has been asked, his spokesperson has been asked, Kiyamo came out and said, oh, great men don't go to school. What a stupid comment to make. Even if great men don't go to school, which of them are corrupt? Which of them cannot give account of how they made their money? Which great men is he even talking about that do not go to school? Even if they don't go to school, they don't come out to start giving false statements, false representation. At a certain point, you put in that you are so age. The next time you put in that you are so age. The next time you say you went to this school. The next time, it is not a shame not to go to school. Some of us did not go to school. There's no shame in it. We improve ourselves along the line. There is absolutely no shame because we don't know the circumstances that led to people not being able to attend school, primary schools. In fact, everyone attended primary school. Most of us attended primary school. Circumstances, our parents' circumstances is responsible for some of us not even going to secondary school because it's survival of the fittest. No shame. But when there is no consistency even in its educational history, and yet you see literate people saying this man is good for us. I sometimes it just drives me crazy. I tell maybe these people are wired differently. So it's a shame, but I know this shame that the country has experienced over the years, even in the front of international community. I believe this shame will be taken away soon. I believe in God, but trust me, God don't just sit down there and make things happen. He has made everything happen. It's not left for us to change the situation. I often use the story of the 3 lepers in the Bible. They said to themselves, listen, we're already lepers, condemned to death. So, if we stay here, we are going to die. If we go to the war, peradventure also we will die as well. But peradventure, something will happen. And when they went to war, God has already created a miracle to drive those people away. And what? And when they saw it, they gathered to themselves first. But they also were not selfish. They said, no, if we stay here, we'll be selfish. Let's go and tell the king that there is plenty here for everybody. So we have to take the position of the leper. In fact, the country is in a leprous state. So we need to take it back. We need to take it back. And this is what we're doing right now. When you see Oshiomhole making some comment or people making some comment, you just need to understand where they are coming from. And you just target them and say, this person does not have the nation, the good of the nation at heart. Simple as ABC. It's as a result of sentiment or tribalism sentiment. Some people are still clapping for Oshiomhole, and I'm sorry, with due respect to the Edo people, I have much of, but it's sentiment. We just sentiment. And until we have to eliminate this sentiment, ask people who have left Nigeria that traveled through Libya, through the desert. Tribe and religion don't come into play because it's a survival of the fittest. We all are for one another at that very moment. The amount of money spent to leave Nigeria, even those who came to the diaspora with no hope that they are going to get paper, they were still hoping that things will change. Things will change. Things will change. This is the same principle we have to apply in the Nigerian context. Not sit down and say, oh, let's pray for. I believe in prayer. I am a believer. In fact, I am a minister of God. I am a believer in prayer. But I tell you, praying only don't solve any. Read through the Bible. No man that God has ever used sat down and pray only. It is impossible. They always stand up, I beg your pardon, and there is a corresponding action from the time of creation, Adam, to what? To the time of what? John in the island of Patmos. They always stood up, follow up with their prayer, not just sat down there and say, oh, this is a generational curse. No, that is a lie. That is just to deceive people. And when you come out and talk, they will say, oh, why would you challenge a minister of God? I'm not challenging anybody. I am preaching the gospel. I am telling you what I know in the scripture. So if anyone think otherwise or think my argument is not scripturally based, then bring your argument that is scripturally based to the floor. Then we look at the scriptures. Then we take the one that is scripturally based. A Baptist compromise. They are, I mean, biased, I beg your pardon. If Tinubu people come there, they will never ask that question. Oh, do you think Tinubu can fix the country? Oh, do you think Atiku can fix the country? They can never ask that question because they're already biased. So, for those listening back at home in particular, for those of us who have families back at home, we just need to keep encouraging them that, listen, we need to change the status quo. The status quo needs to be changed. Things cannot continue like this. Because as things are bad there, it's affecting us in the diaspora, because whatever money you send has no value. You may think the exchange rate is great. It's not great. It has no value. When they go to the market, before Jack Robinson, they go to the market with 100,000 naira. By the time they come back, they tell you that the 100,000 naira could only buy a bag of rice and bag of gari. How about the rest people? How about the rest thing? How about oil? How about pepper? How about meat? How about fish? How about transportation? How about school fees? How about house rent? So no matter how we see it, it affects those in diaspora. And sadly, though some people have made up their mind to write Nigerian off, or to say Nigeria is a forgotten country, well, too bad. But I strongly believe they will eat their word one day, because the nation will change. I yield the floor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Machiavelli,
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Leftist. Good evening, my co-fellow panelists. Good evening, the viewers at home. And good evening to all the concerned citizens around the globe. Thank you. Today is a great topic. First of all, I must commend the last speaker, Mr. Andrew. Thank you so much for that great submission. You see, this is one thing. First of all, Nigerians, we preach, we cast and bound from 300 from January 1st, 31st of, we start from 31st of December, that night, to cast and bound. And these same people will tell you, cast, ban every nonsense. This year will be a year of positive change. We will still enter the year with no work, nothing, no foundation, no right direction. You guide them into another hell. And these same people will continue the same thing. This is how they destroy us. Manipulation. Now, the so-called countries of the Western world, the richest man on earth does not even, believe on this whole preaching. I believe in God. I love God. But you must walk, because walk without prayer without work is zero. So let's leave that aside. For the man who was preaching, that is his own opinion, because I know fully well that his people that he's talking to in the church, they are all obedient. Mark my words. Because he said right now, even the blind can see that this soup is dirty. This Nigeria is going down, it's not going up. So let's leave that aside. He's entitled for his own opinion. He's a citizen. He has the right. But one thing he must know, that Nigerians cannot continue like this. The answer is simple. That is why I will leave that one. Now, to the great man that called himself, that want to be in the House of Senate. If Nigerians are not going to open an ear, let me talk to him. The khaki he used to wear when he was the NLC chairman, it's not the khaki he wears now.
Measure in name. What did they call him?
Oshiomhole, he doesn't wear the same khaki. Now, listen, Nigerians, this is the same person who was a presidential aspirant who took the Senate form and keep it in his pocket, and took the presidential form and put it in his pocket. Do you know why Nigerians become so cajoled? That these people think that we are fools, that we don't know what we are doing. You were holding the two tickets. You came on the national TV that you were going to do it. He never campaigned one day. And when his own principal came to Edo State, he was not the campaign chairman. This is the same person who is going to sit in the House of Senate to debate your own laws. Watch, Nigerians, especially those who think, yes, he has been doing good. This is the same person who will give you 1 and collect 15. Now, Buba Galadima asked him a question.
Where did he get his money from? He has not answered that question. Now, another one, the same pay you are laughing at Obi that he was during his time that they made Bakassi penicillin, Bakassi boys came or Bakassi girls came. Now ask the same Oshiomhole. The road leading to his own village is a federal road. They are in power. Have they graded the road? The same university he went to build at Iyamo. What is our own universities doing? Edo State University has nothing to write home about. The College of Education were nothing to write home about. The Polytechnics were nothing to write home about. What did he do with it? You see, a lot of people will just come out and start talking. He said he was coming for obedience. Obedience should wait for him. They are disobedient. Look at the cap he was putting in his head. He's campaigning for his own principle. These people don't believe in you. They don't believe, they believe on their party manifesto. And this is the same people that will come in and start spilling nonsense. Now, during his own party term, the APC, where is the Nigeria education system now? Zero. This is the same person during when he was NLC leader, he would come out and start fighting, protesting. That time he was wearing a faded safari. Now it's already made. Nigerians, I don't understand why people will just come out. You cannot do this one. They cannot do this one. They have. Listen, we will not be fooled again. Number one, in your state, you were using generator to give street light. And this is the same people you are even laughing at Obi that if he cannot fix the state, he's going to fix the whole Nigeria. Even in you guys' turn, APC has been there for 8 years. Failed woefully. Education, you guys failed. Tourism, you guys failed. Healthcare, you failed. Everything you failed. It was the same you who was the campaign chairman at that time, telling that when your principal, who is in power right now, told Nigerians that he was going to bring it from top to bottom. Were you not there, Oshiomhole? What are you now going to campaign now to tell the Nigerians that this is what you are bringing? Freedom of democracy or the democracy you already killed? I don't understand why we should be listening instead of us to think of something that will take us to the promised land, not these people who are just jokers, who has made Nigeria worse. In the international community, we don't have a say. Common Liberia, Sudan, even small Syria alone will come to get wing for where we did. When we have talents lying around the whole world.
Yes.
Just tell me. Look at people speaking. Now, can't we assemble these people? They will never allow you to assemble them. That is why you see the likes of Oshiomhole accusing Obi. He himself cannot even fix his own state, his own local government. He cannot fix it. Go and look at it. And this is the same person gearing up to become one of your Senate members. Are we not ashamed to think of people we want to vote those kind of people, whereby we have resources scattered around the world that can change that Nigeria into what we know as Dubai of today? We are allowing somebody like that who is wearing safari. Think safari is now what? In fact, Nigerians, wake up, wake up. These people have used you. They have used they've used our resources to like nonsense. Somebody is coming to revive it. The citizens want him. Stop putting your own asunder. Well, your asunder will not work anyway, because we know your trick. This is how you play it in the do. You said Obaseki was a lizard, that a lizard cannot compete with an elephant. Today, our market, Oga.
Now that same lizard, now remove her from national chairman.
Exactly. Because when I always tell you guys here, when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. Because these people thought they just owned it. It's their own. But now Nigerians are giving them woto, as the layman language says. They should go and sit down in their comfort zone and let the youth thrive in Nigeria. Because these young little boys that are at, moving around. They said they are doing Yahoo because you didn't give them what the democracy actually stated. That is why they are roaming about the streets. Tomorrow you come out and say they don't know what they are doing. It is you that never know what you are doing, because you, as the person who is leading, you needn't lead by example. You lead with failure. And these are the kind of people who will come and tell you that Nigeria will prosper. It will not prosper, because when something is rotten, it will never work. The foundation they set was rubbish. And this is why our forefathers who labored, that their labor will never be in vain. They want justice, and they are using Obi. This is how the spirit came into Obi. Let me just tell you now, this thing that you are thinking is of God, and God is working. Even if it's not going to work, I will not change. For somebody like me, you know me here, I don't change. I believe in Nigeria is for Nigerians, not for the rulers. Because these are people you employ to go and work for you. How can you, the employer, become the employee? Nigerian people, I want to ask you this. You ask somebody to go and work for you. At the end of the day, you are paying this person. And this person is telling you that they are not the people that is going to give you what you own. You look at it. Any of them, do they own Nigeria? No, but they didn't own it. Because the constitution of that country says it is the citizens. They want their country back. Oh, guy, it's not by force. You have ruled as an LLC chairman. You were running around wearing your safari. Nothing to write home about. You said you were going to become a messiah. You went into governor. You became a governor. At that time, you were not having nothing. Now you own a private jet. Buba Galadima was asking you, Oga, where did you get your money from? You never said anything. You are living in a lavish house at Iyamo. In your house the other day, when your party lost the election in Edo State, you were in your gym, equipped. Where did you get the money from? Oga, please leave the Nigerians alone. It is time for them to take their country back. Stop putting asunder. You are not the owner of Nigeria. Nigeria is owned by Nigerians, Oga. Because this is how you guys turn Nigeria now. Look at everyone. The Libya has become a route to them. My fellow brothers and sisters who are dying in the desert. Oga, you forget? Where did you tell the international community that you were going to help these people? When you were the governor, what did you do to help these people to come back so that their families can even enjoy the dividends of democracy? Oga, where did you do it? Even Obi gave laptops to school children to learn. What did you give to Olua primary school people? Oga, please, we are begging you, leave the Nigerians alone. Leave us with the resources that is still left there so that we can make use of it. We are tired of you guys. From APC down to PDP, Nigerians are tired. Go and rest. Your children are sitting lavishly in abroad, going to various universities. You kept Nigerian students in solitary confinement, where they cannot express themselves. For 7 months, they have been at home, nothing. Then you expect them to thrive? And I don't know what you guys are going to campaign with. Even the Atiku itself, who has become a generator seller. Nigerians, since 1960, have you enjoyed anything like power supply? No. Education? No. Healthcare? No. This is 2022. Just calculate it. The 1st of October, Nigeria will do another happy birthday. Abi, these people are still in power. Who do us like this? Even if na babalawo, una no go tell us say make you don't do. Enough is enough. Comment se cher? If they carry their passport, they go even value them. Pass we carry Nigeria home. Man, come on, Seychelles Island, Seychelles. You never this house. The half of those states, the church not reach half of them. The one where they our backyard don't call come up Benin Republic 24-hour supply. Now the one where they on our backyard be that too. Nigerians wanna wake up now. Who do now like this? Who do us like this, Nigerians? Let us think. Some of them sit down for their house, they social media, that they use to be the claim. They know themselves. They know themselves. They want to join Obina because money not come. Money not come. Make una open una eye o. Make una open una eye o. Where will they go now? The place far o. E far. If we not do well, I sorry. And so now I talk and reach you. Now thank you very much.
Guys, well done. Thank God saying that from Edo State you come from. You know Oshiomhole, just like most of us know. Like Madam Rita said, difference not to take between Oshiomhole and Obaseki. That is why they feel flow. That's why they feel do things together. But Oshiomhole be work on to pass itself. Work on take over Sabi, make Obaseki boy. Now Obaseki say no, I don't go agree. Why Obaseki never probe Oshiomhole as the quarrel reach? That university had a to build up. The hospital had a to build up. This power plant where those state carry put for head, who get them? They be the same. One can't show one. One sabi do money, he go school, but he don't get political sense. He don't be politician. One don't they do like life of politicians? Can't carry follow body, take how they do body. He can't go open with eye, put up join politics. He don't talk too much. Just destroy the go. They have been the same. All the body of Oshiomhole the thief. Not be Obaseki be chairman. Obaseki go deny say no. All the money they borrow now Obaseki. He connect out to Buhari go federal government borrow money. Obaseki sabi borrow money. That's a company good for to borrow money. He get influence to borrow money. So Obaseki cannot.
Mr. Lefty, sorry to just put this one. Do you know that the same people you are mentioning now, all of them, they want to gear up now. They want to go and sit in the Senate too. Do you also forget it's the same place that some of them came speaking Agadagodo, bodo, the Nigeria, they came back with empty Ghana must go. Their constituency, they never bring anything like a pin to their constituency. Even their constituency cannot, they don't even know that these are the people representing them in that house there. This is how they made Nigerians into.
Well, the truth is,
and we want to see both them back into that Senate.
No, I don't want us to make the mistake.
Now,
I don't want us to make the mistake we've made. That's why we are cleaning up. We want to clean up the system. The youth is the leader. They are the leaders of tomorrow. And they form the basic, they are the basic factors. And once the youth are saying now they want to claim their country back, they need to clean all this mess up. A lot of things has gone wrong with Nigeria. The politicians has really done a lot of havoc. They took Nigerians, they took governors as their personal business. They just gave Dangote how many trillion waiver? One man waiver. Does it happen? Trillions of naira as waiver. And a few others for all the for importing certain products. They are the same people had the other one fold to blindfold us. And unfortunately, some people that call themselves clever researcher, Some people that call themselves professors, because of their greed, they agree to get connected. They see themselves dipping their hand into wrong oil. Pastors, professors, musicians, entertainers. Most of these people go abroad. When they are there, they are different. When they come back to Nigeria, they forget where they went to, how it's like, that people built it. It's very unfortunate. Almost 70% of people talking here lives abroad. How much can be? How many churches they see for you? Any church in your street? Or for your community? Maybe that one you will see. And go to church or Sunday, you don't see past 10 or 15 people. But that they give us church. What would they sleep inside church? They fast, they pray. The fasting and prayer don't bring, you don't put light for Nigeria. I mean, don't do street, just like Mr. Andrew talk. Look, we just wise up. I beg, make I don't talk too much. Look, just allow Felix. Felix just come with us now. Felix, talk to us. After that, Omobode, please talk. Felix, please talk to us. Hello, Felix. Well, if Felix not ready, come on, Omobode, please talk to us.
All right. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
Thank you so very much, sir. I really want to listen from the background this evening, but because of the topic, I was okay. Let me join. Oshiomhole attacking Peter Obi. It's as if that man is sincerely out of his senses. Is it not the same man that a poor widow woman were begging? I think, is it not only her market or New Benin market, that the woman, the Oshiomhole refused to have compassion on this woman, and is there talking about Obi cannot fix the crisis in Anambra. Said, how is he going to fix the crisis in Nigeria? Although let me use that statement, sir, as a policy statement, because that man is actually out of his senses right now. And I know he's my father, but I don't care, because those people, they are living under the same roof. If Nigeria, I will always come to this and say I'm a very positive human being. If Nigeria are not wise now, which I believe they are already wise now, it's left for them, sir. It is left for them. 2015, I called a group of people. I said, if Tinubu, if Buhari win, Nigeria will suffer. Today, now those people, they are coming back to me and say, what is my vision this year? I'm saying that if Peter Obi win, we will all enjoy it. Hausa people, I'm telling you about Hausa people, sir. They are saying to me this year now that, what is my vision? I said, if Peter Obi could win, we all will enjoy it. These are the people who are crying for Kokoso before. Now, they are not part of Peter Obi camp in Lagos State. Thank you so very much, sir. God bless us.
All right, God bless us. Thank you very much. Yes, that was a very brief one. And okay, it's a pity that today few people are still allowing some old hands that call themselves cabal to deal with us and be using us the way they like tools. They take over our security, take over our lands, take over our houses, take over all government institutions. They turn it to their own, their father's property. All they need to do is just to write you a letter or make a call. Without certificate, you go get employment. Like somebody said, we shouldn't blame some person, blame the system. No. Who made the system is the people. That is why the people are now saying enough is enough. It's the people that make the system. We have one senator in one locality, in one area, senatorial area. Just one. How many people is he senating? Is he representing? Is it more than the people? He's representing maybe maybe 1,000. For example, one person representing 1,000. We know it's more than, I'm just making an example. If the 1,000 person now said, look, this is not what we want, what do you go fit do? I mean, you don't be that for the community or the state. You don't go call sleepy house. Then wait for us say, oh now, don't go walk like this. What do you go do? They said half of the people that voted in 2019 or they were illiterate. It was on a headline. Somebody wrote that thing. I think I can look for it and read it. That we need to give awareness to people now to know what they need to do. It's not about just going there to vote and you go. What you are voting is they are depositing your life. These people have no character. They have no shame. They eat your life. They finish your life. All their children, almost all their children are in abroad. And you cry, yes, it's Tinubu, it's Tinubu. You are still eating agbado. What a shame. What a shame. If you see one of their children now drive past you, hey, Babao, are you crazy? You senior am, you senior you. Where you don't work. And you dey work day and night. You will dey work day and night, you don't get level. He will never work, forget him. So it's time for the people to actually wake up. I think we have Felix back. Felix, please talk to us.
Sorry, my people. I was trying to unmute myself. My mic was stiff. That was why I tried to disconnect and reconnect again. About Oshiomhole, I greet all the panelists, all the viewers all over the world. About the Oshiomhole issue, they were talking about how he made this money. Oshiomhole made this money from the money he stole in the first regime. While all the local government chairmen were critical chairmen, he was the one that did it for them. That was where he making that was where he stole all the money he had. Oshiomhole going to Senate. If Oshiomhole happened to be a senator in our country called Nigeria, a senator of the federation, it will be the worstest thing that will ever happen to the country. For Oshiomhole to be there, it's more better when you put something like fowl, goat, or dog. At least when you talk to them, or you throw come for them, they will give you a normal respect. If you give your dog food, they feed down well. At least as you see, you go see shake body. Oshiomhole going to Senate will be the worst thing so far that will happen to that country. That is one side. I just want to appeal to all the youth of Nigeria through this medium. Most especially, it's not Taraba, Taraba State. The youth from Taraba State, they should try and wake up. Because I saw a video the other day where they were still clamoring for Jolly Unyame, the former governor of the state who was in the prison. I just want to appeal to them. They should try and wake up. Because this country, we have to, if the time is now, they should try and wake up. I'm pleading, all the youth, women and brothers, they should try and wake up. The time is now. We have to take the country back. They say youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And they don't want to give the youth. If you see, sorry for the war, all these old cargos, old elites, when most of them rule in their early age, they will see youth. But when it is time for the youth to rule, they say they want die there. Oshiomhole sang a song that year. He said, "Leave us alone, oh, leave us alone." They have to leave that seat. It's not theirs. It's not their hereditary right. They have to leave it for the person who is capable, tested and trusted, that will unite the country and move the country economy forward. I don't live in Nigeria. I left Nigeria after I worked for the so-called Oshiomhole on the first gubernatorial election. I left the country after I finished working for you. After the election, I left the country. I never asked for a dime. A family brother of mine told me then, say, this man you are going to work for you to work for this man, it's not better you work for PDP. Just come to us. I say, no, we need change. We have to change. Since Lucky Bledo did not work, let's try this man. When they ring the election, OBJ told Oshiomhole, if Oshiomhole is still alive, they talk, make it come for conference for press, make it come dinner. OBJ told Oshiomhole, say, just forget about going to court or to go and recollect your mark date or others. I will give you an appointment. Oshiomhole said, no, I don't need any appointment. I need my mandate to be restored. That's what I need. He said he was fighting against godfatherism. Now he's not the godfather. Oshiomhole case is a no-go area. It's a death zone. It's a death zone. I said the other day, I pray to God, our principal get there 2023, Mr. Peter Obi, and made as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm not that country. I have families. I have siblings. Every day sending money to them, taking care of them, doing this. There are some micro businesses and industrial businesses. I know a lot of Italians where I live who have the belief in me that I will be able to help them to manage their companies. But based on insecurity of that country, no, there is no light. That is why, at least a company that can be able to employ, let's say, 5,000 people, any family who is among those 5,000 lucky people to work in the company, it will also reduce poverty rate in the system. Fixed light, I think we say in one generator. Do this. They say no. Open double seaport, 3, 4, 5 seaports. Italy that I live, they have thousands of international airports, which is not up to 3 states in Nigeria. Seaport, they have thousands. Those are the things that will move the economy of a country. Not Jagaban will say, Emi Lokon, na my tongue. Now only one seaport go the work. Other seaport, I beg, where you now you be one open and take, may you manage this money, close your mouth. No let them put that one. Money no call Lagos again. Airport, take. Money no call Lagos again. We have to wake up. It is time. It is either now or not again. Because I say opportunity come but once. And this opportunity that we see clear, we should grab it with 2 hands. We have to wake up. If they give you money, just like the way with the Oshiomhole and the rest come to share at that time for your first governorship election, collect them. Put her. They not will record you for voting for say, why you can't go vote for this man? If they give you money, now our money where they don't thief hide. If they want to share, give you collect them. Go vote for Peter Obi. Now beg me, they beg all the Nigerians, mostly those living in Nigeria. I get a solid thing, I just have to say, because now plead I complete to all the youth. It is now we have to take, they say, the heaven suffered violence, only the violent take it by force. We have to take this power from them by force. Because they are not going to submit easily. That is why we have to take the mandate by force. the youth should wake up and pleading. I think most of the youth will never forget what happened for toll gate, for NSAS protest, peaceful protest to a citizen country holding a Nigeria flag. You carry bullet face am, you shoot am. Jagaban reach there, say nothing happen. Now that kind of person, when you not fit defend citizen in the time of the need, when they take need down pass, now you want to put person first primary school, not fit defend your area. If they oppress everybody for area, if you don't that university, then you want not the over oppression, you call oppress everybody. I beg. Now beg and beg all the Nigerians. I'm pleading. Vote for Peter Obi. Having PVC is one. As also pleading on election day, let us come out massively to go to the place where then they vote, cast our vote for Peter Obi. If you know say the suffer don't tire you, no light don't tire you, poverty don't tire you, insecurity don't tire you, I beg, make una go vote for Labour Party, which is Peter Obi. I hear the house and I greet everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was very brief. Naomi Bella, thank you for your super chat. I be not say with the super chat committee, we know they let people talk. I don't know say you see the work on there. They just they wait, they wait. Thank you. I don't talk so I did there. Well done. Thank you very much. Yes. I will go back to how we started, though we are not too much here again. 115 not day again. He has gone. Kennedy, do we still get Oga Kennedy? No, Oga Kennedy self don't come out. Oga Charles don't go. Yes. Collins. Okay, Collins don't go. Chooks. He just come on your talk today. Chris, that one not just Gio, no, that one not just for talk. Yes, he can go reach our empowered Oga Ike Aloabo Fule. Oga, talk to us. Thank you. Before you continue, Jonathan, Jodoche of Fole. You do well for this your super chat too. This one they talk. But we never talk since now. Don't begin to talk now. Now do well because the place be silent. Thank you very much. So, Oga, talk to us.
Okay. Listen, I want to advise all of us that Nigeria, what is happening in our country, Nigeria, is something that all of us should be able to put our hands on deck to see what the little we can do to make sure that change comes, I want to speak with my little experience. I was the vice president of Igbo community in Mali for 8 years. And I was an executive officer of Nigerian community for 8 years too. And during my days in Mali, I was in Mali when Abacha came, when Abdul Salam came, but I only showed up when Obasanjo came because Obasanjo was an elected president. I've been opposing this autocratic government for so many years. So there is no place that we find ourselves that we cannot effect the change. I want to close this time with a story. I want to let all of you to know that I'm always proud to be a Nigerian. When I came to this place where I'm living right now, the closest country to the island where I live is Venezuela. And when my passport got expired, my passport was about 6 months to get expired. I have to send my in-law to go to the Nigerian embassy in Caracas to get me a new passport. I have to swear an affidavit in the court here, and I go to the governor's office and I got a letter that I gave him. when he went to get Nigeria, my passport, the counselor who was there, she was asking for bribe. She was asking for money. And my in-law called me and said, look at what is going on in Venezuela. I said, you give any money. Eventually, he did not, the woman refused to renew my passport. I came back, he came back with my passport. I went to the governor's office. They gave me a Dutch passport. I went to Den Haag in Holland to get my new passport. But when I came back to the island, I prepared myself to go to Venezuela. And I went to Caracas. Unfortunately for me, the ambassador was on seat. And I went straight to the ambassador and I told him what transpired after so many months that my passport expired. I sent somebody here with every documents to come here and renew my passport. Your counselor in charge in the embassy was asking for money. I want to tell you that as I'm talking to you, I fired the counselor and the head of chancery in Caracas. I fired them and I made them that they will never ever work in the ministry, even when they go back to Nigeria. Because this is what we Nigerians are facing outside. Ask any Nigerian who is living in America or any other part of the world. The Nigerian passport is an easy thing now, but because they know when you go to apply officially, they will keep your file, your form, because they want you to come and give them $200. And when you give them $200, your passport is out. So what I want to let us know is that the corruption we are talking about is in everywhere, not just in Nigeria. But if you are living outside, ask Nigerians what they go through in Nigerian embassies. In Nigerian embassies, where if you are, even though you cut somebody's head and you run into Nigerian embassy, that is the only place you can get your protection. But they are not ready to protect you as long as you are not ready to give them money. So listen, my brothers and sisters, this is a very long fight. It is a very long fight. My kids and my grandkids, they don't go to Nigeria because I cannot risk my family on the altar of going back to Nigeria. I am from Imo State, from Olu precise. You see what we hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State? Even in his own local government, in Osun local government, you see what is going on in Osun local government. He has killed almost every young man in Olu local government. You cannot find any young boy at about 20, 25 years in Olu anymore, because those that are still living has run away from Imo State. You saw the last thing that came out from the CU people, the political group in Nigeria, about the PVC. In Oru local government, in Osun local government right now, in Oru local government, you don't have anybody living over that place. But that is where you see they register 40-something thousand people. My sister, the business that I opened for my sister in the village for over 2 years, that shop has not been opened. Why? Because of insecurity. Now they are moving to Warri. They are making arrangements to relocate from Imo State to go to Warri. You know the cost of relocation, going to a place that you have never been before, with children. One is going to be entering university, the other two is in secondary school. That is the country we have found ourselves. Somebody was talking about the cost of living. Yes, no matter how much you give your family or your friends in Nigeria, when they change that money, by the time they go to buy food items, you discover that the money is useless. Because in a normal Nigeria, 100,000 naira is a lot of money. But 100,000 naira in Nigeria now is no money. So listen, my brother, my heart are aching. Because when I look Imo State, I remember the late Sam Mbako of Imo State. I remember Udenwa of Imo State. And I look at what is happening in my state, in Imo State today. Hope Uzodimma, who never won any election. He was a stooge of the federal government, a representative of the power that be, because they wanted Imo State by all means. Because that's the only state in eastern Nigeria that you can never bribe your way into. Because that's what Mbakwe, the late Mbakwe, taught the people of Imo State. But look at Imo State. It's a no-go area right now. They're talking about Anambra that is no-go area. Imo State is no-go area. Olu is no-go area. Your people that are living in that local government have no route of escape. They are not sure of tomorrow. Because every day you have to call. Every day you have to Skype. You have to find out what is really going on. How many people still remaining? That is the country we find ourselves, my brothers and sisters. I want to tell you that wherever we are, we can change the world. Ask questions. I know how many ambassadors and councillors in Mali that we fired from Mali. Because when Nigerians decide to do something, when Nigerians decide to stand up for anything, there is nothing that can stop that. So I am telling you, I refuse to get another passport because I love to be, I'm proud to be a Nigerian. My children, they have other passports. But I am still using Nigerian passport, not because I want to use Nigerian passport, but because I still believe in that country called Nigeria. I have every right to throw them into the dustbin and continue to use my new nationality. But that I don't want. Because the coming of Obi has changed my mind for so many years. I don't know, but God has something for me that He has made me not to have any interest of taking my new passport until this 2022. What happened in PDP? And when Obi left, it became a turning point in my life personally. It become an instrument that have changed me, that there is better hope for Nigeria, that I can still proudly call myself a Nigerian. And I say, no, I think there is hand of God in what is going on in Nigeria. So I want you to know that the corruption, the change we are talking about, everybody has to begin to change their mindset, their cycle, the way Nigerians, the way we reason as population of Nigerians. Because you see what is going on now? The same people that are crying that this country is bad, the same people that are crying about corruption in Nigeria, they are the same people, the same politicians are going to use to cause kiosk in the election. They are the same people that are going to give 1,000 naira to go and burn other people's houses, destroy people's property, all in the name of politics. At the end of the day, the same politicians, when they go in for 4 years or 8 years, they never have any relationship with anybody. I want to tell you where I'm living. The man that represents my neighborhood in the parliament, last 2 years, when they came to do political campaign, he came to my house. I told him to get out of my house. Because after I give you my vote, every promise you made 4 years ago, you never did anything. You come to my house again for campaign. Get out of my house. I don't want to see you very close to my house because you do not deserve my vote. And I went out campaigning. I gathered the people against him and he lost the election. Because that is what is supposed to be. The politicians that think that they can use you as their pawn, you have to let them know that you know what they know. So my prayer for Nigerians is that the days of people to give you $500, 1,000, 10,000, we're talking about 100,000. Divide 100,000 naira you collected in a day of campaign. Divide it by 4 years and tell me how much is it. Collect 1 million naira, divide it by 4 years or 8 years. Tell me how much is it. And you tell me how much you can buy a bag of rice or a bag of beans, or how much is cost for you to buy fresh fish in Nigeria or dry fish in Nigeria. So we that are outside, me personally, I'm talking about myself personally. I know what I'm doing in my family, in my friends, those that I know, my schoolmates in primary school, in secondary school, in seminary school, because I first attended seminary school for 1 year. I have my contact, everybody. I am far away from Nigeria, but I am convincing people the reason why everybody should go to labor. I am making them to understand why it is time for us to go to labor. So let us use whatever means that we have, we that are living outside, to encourage our family, our friends, our well-wishers, our colleagues, those we know, that this is the time. Nigerians will never serve their conscience, will never serve their generation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a beautiful one. All right, we'll go straight to Oga Yekro. Please talk to us.
Thank you once again. Let me buttress what the elder man just said. Let me just buttress. I stand to be corrected. When you apply for NIN number in Nigeria, Mr. Niger, what Mr. Do you pay for it? Do you pay for NIN number when you go apply for it in Nigeria?
If what?
Do you pay for NIN number?
If you want to apply for NIN number
in Nigeria, do they charge you?
No, it's supposed to be free.
So let's say, for argument's sake, I mean, it's free in Nigeria.
Yes, it's free.
Supposedly, but normally they collect money illegally, but supposedly it's supposed to be free.
So they collect money illegally is not official. I'm just buttressing what the elder myself.
Yes, it's supposed to be free, but when you get there, they'll charge you for administrative purpose, generator, for this, for that. But
euros. Officially, Nigerian embassy charge 50 euros for people who wants to for Nigerians who wants to renew their passports, or else they will not renew their passport for them.
Jesus.
Officially, God, they charge 50 euros. Just to buttress what the man said goes on. I said it on this platform before. Between 2005 and 2006, the Nigerian embassy in Dublin charged the Nigerians 400 euros to renew their passport to obtain
a new passport.
So,
yes, it's true.
So you see that even those outside, the Nigerian government outside, they are not different, or they are worse than the one out that the Nigerian government in Nigeria itself. So, honestly speaking, I'm just laughing because I don't know how we can. I expect that if you've left the shore, the consulate or the embassies outside that have seen how things are being done, we actually emulate good things here, but they don't emulate good things here. They become worse than the ones in Nigeria. Same thing with ministers of God who comes to abroad and see things, they go back home, they become worse. They don't implement anything. They see everything here. They don't preach the truth. Nigerians will celebrate Papa and Mama's birthday every year, yet nobody cares about their birthday. What a baloney. I don't understand how far, what that somebody said, who do us? Well, they swear for us. They swear for us. Is it that we don't like good things? Is it we enjoy suffer? I just don't get. Suffer is not an evidence of righteousness or close to God. No, suffering is not. It's not. Being close to God is living in abundance, understanding that this abundance is supplied by God. God sustain you. Even if it's not there, you will know that God will sustain you. Are Nigerians in Nigeria claiming that they exercise it or they are close to God than us Christians in Nigeria claiming? Would they be claiming that they exercise more faith or they are closer to God than those of us who are in diaspora? Because they think they are suffering or that they don't have light. We exercise, sorry for that. We exercise for everything. For electricity, we exercise faith. I've said it before I can believe any minister of God in Nigeria until they catch the witchcraft that is responsible for lack of electricity. No minister of God have hold a 21-day prayer for electricity. They've never come together and say, oh, let's fast and pray. Let's bind this devil, this demon that is responsible for electricity. No, they've never done that. All they do is, let's do fasting and prayer for marriage, for fruit of the womb, for this and that, for generational cause, for firstborn, for fruit of firstborn. What a deception. They're not different from the politicians. 80% responsible. But things will change, and God will put everyone to shame. Everyone who have turned that country into what it is today, God will put them to shame. The country will never go better. They will eat their word. Just like the man who said, even if God opened the windows of heavens, they will not sell, they will not buy something for that price of amount. And the prophet told him, your eyes, you will see it, but you will not taste of it. Those who have stood up against the nation to say that this nation will never be better, with their eyes, they will behold it, but will not partake out of it, regardless of who they are. Quote me on it, mark my word on it. With their eyes, they will behold it, but they will not be partakers of it. Those who enjoy seeing people in mystery, those who put people in mystery, deliberately want people to suffer, with their eyes, they will behold the transformation, including men of God. I say this with all authority from heaven, who put people in suffer, in ignorance. With their eyes, they will behold it, but they will not partake of it. I say this in the name of the Lord God. I yield the floor. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We just go straight to Machiavelli. Machiavelli, please talk to us.
Thank you very much. Well, if you look at the first two speakers, it just makes me think that 1960 to 2022, Nigerians have been kept in solitary confinement with a 2-bedroom, like just one of the commenters said, with APC and PDP. Now Obi has given you the key to unlock yourself and run away, and gave you the road. We are still deciding if we can open the door. Nigeria, who do us like this? When I listened to the two speakers, and the first speaker analyzing, it gave you a story that would just, in fact, I was just listening. I don't know what to say, because when I look at it, I look at when I was born, how I went through my old primary school, my kindergarten, up to when I graduated. there was nothing like dividends of democracy. And while he was narrating it, I was thinking, but I had to take myself back to the days when we were growing up. We never enjoyed anything at all. Even this Oshiomhole, the late Oshiomhole sing it, he sing with it. He said, "Now who no man, na in dey kill and go." Oh, we know ourselves and we know where our problem lies. When are we going to wake up? But if we miss it now, it will be a never. I won't say much. Nigerian, they own a handle. Good night, everybody.
It's all right. It's okay. We still have Felix here. Felix, talk to us before Victor, then we'll be rounding up. Mr. Felix,
Good evening, my people.
I greet you.
For now, I don't have anything to say because I'm really a little bit pissed off. I don't have anything to say for now. Please.
Okay. You
Thanks.
don't need to be pissed off. You don't need to be pissed off. That's why we are here. Keep on doing the best we can until we get there. No freedom is given free. You have to fight for it. And the way it is now, the Nigerians have been deliberately put into this total darkness. A rich country
because why I said I'm a little bit pissed off because I all remember the way my father was being assassinated. That's why. Because it is because now the cause now the end of the day.
No perfect country, no perfect system in the world anyway, but at least there should be to some extent security, food, shelter, law. The court corrupt that them. The police don't go there. The government, now office. Because if the police will go fit persecute them corrupt, even if the police try, can't they go court? They go spoil the matter. Just make the matter for good. Now poor body they get power. Once money come out, everything go dabaru. Judge who collect money, everybody corrupt. What is finishing that country is corruption. And this is a country that has money, that's rich. Look at the way we are living. It's a pity. If only Nigerians can wake up to see what they possess, what they have. That leadership is the problem. Nigeria today would have been like first-class country from the money they've been generating. Instead, they put it into their pocket. Carry some go Western world, and that don't come back again. The Western world will use to develop their place. The collector, the chopper, the chopper. They pay for house. They'll give you house when you buy. Share you root the house called Nigeria. Or they chop the money. You think you are enjoying. Then the thief more carry go keep them. All the money don't come for Nigeria, now they take repair. All this people don't really get what they get now. Apart from technology. You can't eat anything and throw it anywhere, make it grow. But Nigeria, just eat mango to ground. Next thing you go say it don't grow. It does not happen. They must natural, prepare like say that they born pikin. Before plant go grow. Before food where they go eat go grow. Yet they know they hungry. We go just throw away anywhere without to know who they find fertilizer first. It go grow with the hungry. Not because be that. Mr. Andrew said something. Somebody misunderstood it. He said never see where pastors come together to say they want to 21 days prayer, be light today. Somebody said, light na spiritual problem. Who now they try to understand language now? If what you call a spiritual problem? What it could be spiritual problem? Spiritual problem not in the Western world all that day. They tell you say now format. They get the power, make them pray, make light come. Yes. If they get the power, make them pray against the politicians. Instead, watch them. Now they romance with the politicians, they collect body. They fly jets too, like them. They want rub shoulder with them. Go see their houses. They use police, they cover themselves to. That's a man of God. Any man of God will carry police for nobody, not a man of God, because Jesus Christ did not use one police one. If you don't believe in God, will they protect you? Why would they believe you now? Would have to move for that country, self. You give me your picture, maybe put for neck, and you they use police and DSS. I put for your picture and your wife picture, not talk with mama and papa. That I put for my house. But him, they use police. The jeep where they use me, they tell them waka. I go over say clean the jeep. Una too mumu. Una body that is buy. Una body. Your salary, bring it to church. If you pray for this, bring body. Jesus Christ, they collect body for prayer. This leaflet, if you don't just this handkerchief, it's Holy Ghost. See, before 419 scam. And they believe all these things. And I see they were on that day. This is what I do is their handkerchief. What should I don't get? The government allow people to do whatever they like.
All right, leftists, please.
Yes, fine.
I would like to quickly come in here about diverting. I'm still on Oshiomole's case. This Oshiomhole matter now, you're concerning where so. Because Oshiomhole is one of the evil and satanic leaders that have ruled us in this country, and they're still ruling us, and they want to rule us again. We will not let this happen. A research has to start immediately on him for Nigerians to know who he is. If not, a lot of gullible Nigerians will fall into his toxic speech. You know, I will have to show this video here because I have a video that I would like to show. The time Oshiomhole was the governor of Edo State, he treated a widow unfairly. With
Sir,
a horrible
I just mentioned that now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. But I would like to play that video because, like I said, a lot of us have forgotten so soon that the same evil man is coming back again. We will not allow it. We're talking about our future here. I will not allow it, and I know many good Nigerians will not allow it. Let's watch this video.
Stupid man now. Go now. Go now. Stupid man now. What are you? My
Okay, my people, I thought I should start reminding Nigerians because many of you don't really know Oshiomhole because he was the governor of Edo State 2 times. So what this man, the greatest achievement of this man in Edo State was to build and empower Agberos. You know what Agberos means, right? Many of us. It's just that many of us have
Ah, oh, it's like Elvis just had a network problem. I know. Nigeria network. Nigeria network. That's what it be.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Yes, like I said, a lot of Nigerians don't know who this man is. These are one of the satanic people we have in Nigeria as a leader. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. There's noise coming from somebody. You mute yourself, please. Oshiomhole told a widow, if you are a widow, go and die. That's the same man some people want as a leader. Oshiomhole, the greatest achievement of this man in Edo State was to create Agberos. He empowered them. Everybody have a different perception about Agberos. But in case some people don't have good one about them, I would like to let you know my own perception about Agberos. Agberos are the one in most cases that give birth to armed robbers, criminals, cultists, killers, rapists, and so many other things that is affecting the people in the country or in the state. Depends. Oshiomhole empowered these people. Most of these Agberos, many of them were proud of their billions in publicly, many of them. Many of them were building houses. Many of them were beating innocent citizens every time on the streets. Oshiomhole empowered them. But the good thing about Governor Obaseki, when he came in, he was able to stop this Agbeorism in Edo State. Listen, guys, any of you, because I know some of you are watching me right now, any of you right there who thinks you want to punish some Nigerians by voting Tinubu into power, by voting in the likes of Oshiomhole, because if Tinubu win, you are voting Oshiomhole into power. It means if you do that and you think you are punishing some of us, you yourself, you will be punished. That millions and billions that will give to you, you will not have peace with it. You will not have a good atmosphere to use it. Yes, Oshiomhole is from a state where I came from, Edo State. We, the Edo-lites, the Edo citizens all over the world, we know who he is. I can never want to have Oshiomhole again to rule me. Never. Oshiomhole oppressed Obaseki. Although he brought Obaseki to the Edo people, I never knew him before. But he oppressed him. Like my brother Lefty said earlier on. He wanted to bring Obaseki to use him for his own selfish interest. But Obaseki refused. Both of them become a cat and rat till tomorrow. They are enemies. Oshiomhole deliberately refused Obaseki from getting a second ticket to go back to continue his governorship seat in the second term. He deliberately. The person is destroyed before Pastor Sage Zeyamu that recorded all series of names. He was now forcing that one on Edo people. Till tomorrow, in case some of you that is here that is Pastor Sage Zeyamu's fan, or even the Oshiomhole's fan, you all should know that Oshiomhole single-handedly destroyed the career of Pastor Sage Zeyamu in Edo State. Nobody did it. It was Oshiomhole who destroyed it. This is the same person you people want, as a president. When I'm saying as a president, I'm not saying Oshiomhole. But automatically, when Tinubu wins, it means Oshiomhole is in power again. Please, Nigerians, I'm not blabbing here. I'm not talking for the sake of talking. I'm not talking for you to like me or love me. I'm telling you the facts. I'm letting you know that this is the time for us to face the reality of life. We all are getting old every day, and the suffer is enough. Me, I cannot continue the suffer. The suffering, I cannot. I don't tire. I don't know about you. You see, we have lots of Nigerians in diaspora who are clamoring for Tinubu to come into power. In Lagos, in case you don't know, Agberu is ruling Lagos indirectly. The same Lagos that you people are saying that Tinubu may get them. The same way Oshiomhole built Agberus.
Alright, we'll get one call today for
All
here.
right. Okay. Pick it.
Hello, Abeg, tell us where they come from. Tell us your name.
Okay. Am I speaking to Niger Wash?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Jerry. I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, Jerry.
Okay, please. I really want to say something that all Nigerians. I want to quickly say something, and it is very, very important. All Nigerians need to take this opportunity of giving Peter Obi the chance to become president of Nigeria. Do you know why I'm saying this? Because it's for some people, they feel Nigeria belongs to them. But I really want to quickly make some things clear. The insecurity in Nigeria can be tackled with only one person, which is Peter Obi. Adanso Oshiomhole said something about Peter Obi about insecurity. But let me quickly say something to him. I was in Nigeria where Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State. I was still in Nigeria. Anambra State was declared the safest state in Nigeria during Peter Obi's sitting as governor. It was declared the safest in Nigeria where Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State. That is one. Two, I watched Adanso Oshiomhole was talking about Peter Obi. And those people, I believe some Edo people are listening to my voice. Where Adanso Oshiomhole was the sitting governor of Edo State, the clash between courts war in Edo State became extraordinary. It was during Adanso Oshiomhole's sitting as governor, somebody was beheaded in Kobe. A student was killed and his head was removed in Kobe. The court war started in Abrusali University. They could not tackle it in Abrusali. They allowed it to spread to Auchi. As at that time, I was a student in Auchi. From Auchi Poly, the same court was spread from Auchi to Uniben. From Uniben to Koben, before they finally cut somebody's head. And Adanso Oshiomhole was the sitting governor. The APC youth leader today, Tony Kabaka, it was his own court, it was his own fraternity that was fighting that war. And the governor put his hand and allowed Nigerian students, our students to kill themselves. The truth is that if Nigeria missed this opportunity of making Peter Obi their president, they will never get it right again. Because if Peter Obi becomes president, this man knows what it takes to fix Nigeria. He has what it takes to fix Nigeria. That is the truth, and nobody can take it away. The people that can fix Nigeria, they are not given the opportunity. Someone like Peter Obi become president, and you have a professor behind him as a vice president in the person of Dante, who is also sound-minded, that can take care of Nigeria problem. Because these two people were selected by God, and we pray our northern brothers do not fail us in this one. Atiku has been there. Atiku has been the vice president of Nigeria. He did not do anything. Instead, Atiku sold so many government infrastructure, government businesses. Atiku sold all of them away. Should we talk about the problem he had with his boss, Obasanjo? this same article. Tinubu was a governor in Lagos State. Let us check credibility. Let us check candidacy. Let us check what it takes for us to vote for the right person. I'm not supporting Peter Obi because I think Peter Obi is the right person, but I know Peter Obi can do something. Nigeria, he cannot, as I'm talking to you right now, I want to say this. He cannot just fix Nigeria within a night. He cannot just perform the magic or the miracle. No, but it will take gradual process. We need a foundation to stand on. And I believe Peter Obi can build that foundation for us.
Thank you, Kola. Thank you.
Tinubu was in Lagos State. Tinubu did a little bit well, but not to compare to what Peter Obi did. Compared to the allocation Lagos State is receiving, compared to internal generated revenue from Lagos State, and compared to what Peter Obi is receiving in Anambra State. When Tinubu was leaving the governor of Lagos State, when he was living as a governor, let Tinubu boast and tell the people how much he left in Lagos State governor's accounts. Tinubu cannot boast of it. If you remember, when Tinubu was a sitting governor, he was not given allocation for 1 year. But eventually, those allocations were paid. Did Tinubu leave those money for the incoming governor? No. The problem we are facing today in Nigeria, Tinubu contributed to it. The problem Nigeria is facing today, Tinubu contributed 85% of it by putting that man who calls himself Buhari there. When Buhari came on board, when they were talking about the little girl that was kidnapped from school, if you don't have that interview, I can send you that interview. I still have it in my phone till today. Buhari made a statement and said, they are negotiating, the leaders of Boko Haram in Nigeria, that they are going to negotiate with them for the release of that girl. Eventually, people were released. Some of them were released. But just because that little girl refused to accept the religion they were trying to force on her, they refused to release that little girl till today. That girl is still in captivity. And the world are folding their hands and looking at them who are destroying Nigeria. You can only take a horse to the stream, but you cannot force that horse to drink a water. But what I'm saying is this, that little girl is still suffering in captivity and gave birth in captivity. Do you know the kind of pain that little girl is passing through? And I pray one of these governors, one of these senators, and one of these supporters of these evil people, let their own children face the same way that little girl is into captivity and they have refused to release that girl. Let their children face such thing that little girl is facing. Then they will know what it takes to be in captivity.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, caller. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for pouring out your own concern about what is currently going on in Nigeria. And I'm happy that you even have more details about Oshiomhole. I like that. I want everybody to start now. Like I've always said before, we all have a platform. You can use your platform to talk about the things that's happening right now in Nigeria. We cannot stay quiet like this, my people. We cannot stay quiet like this. We need to talk. Keep talking. A lot of you, we're talking about captivity. Captivity can happen both in negative way or in positive way. Depend, it's still captivity. Some of us in diaspora are in captive. We are stuck in one particular place. Some of us in abroad are tired. We want to move back home. Some of you watching me right now, you are tired of abroad already. The life in abroad is repetitive. It's the same thing. It's the same life we are living in abroad every day. You wake up, You go to work, you come back. Then the next day, you go to work, you come back, you are just in nothing. Nothing is really fun in abroad. Don't get me wrong. It's a land of opportunity. But the same way, Nigeria is a land of opportunity as well. The reason why everybody ran away is because of these satanic leaders, and they are coming back again. Just imagine. Think about how many people that lost their lives during this Buhari regime. For the past 7 years, just think about how many people that have lost their lives. Maybe because it did not happen to your family member, your relatives, your close ones, your friends, your neighbors, people you care about. Maybe because it didn't happen to them, then it not concern you. Because that's the mindset that most of us are carrying. I've actually seen somebody in abroad who said in my presence that I beg, may all of they kill themselves for there after all. They UK now they know. That's the mindset. As they talk about pigeon, now where is sense you reach with that? But forgotten that somehow, someday you will visit back home. Those are our big brothers who travel all the way from America, 2 of them. The first one from Edo State traveled to Nigeria and he was killed after 1 month. In Nigeria, on his way back to America, he was kidnapped and killed. Look at the one that happened in Lagos. That was last month or last 2 months. He came from America as well. He was kidnapped, they collect ransom, and they killed him. So what makes you think, you that is watching me now, that you are better than these people? I've been asking this question for a very long time. Or what makes you think God loves you than that people who lost their lives? Or those people that have been a victim of these evil circumstances? What makes you think? No. So you supported Tinubu or APC? Supporting Atiku or PDP? Don't worry. Na money rain. Na money rain. You not go beat only one person. I have a call. Anybody can call in now. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello? We can't hear you.
I'm Mr. Andrew. Good evening.
Okay, Mr. Andrew. Yeah, good evening to you. Please go ahead. Talk to us. 2 minutes.
My brother is greeting my brother. Thank you. I just want to break this thing down because I want to speak.
Yes, speak pigeon for us, I beg.
Okay, because I'm breaking down because for Oshiomhole, we could not stop ourselves for Oshiomhole. You understand? So we will not stop for Oshiomhole because I know the way the whole things be. Even the followers, Disqualified and not that, I know everybody. I know them. All these people, they fight for their pocket. So we could not just behave. We could not follow for these things. We know we will fight for this. Because if we get that wrong right now, because as I did here, so my brother, I don't tire for Europe. I don't tire or retire. I have laid down my plan. I don't lay all my plans down. They pick out in me because of my road. That is what my country, my country. All these people, we go expose them, make the campaign start. I know them. I know them well. I know them well. I started with Disqualified during campaign. Once I would take start, I know them. That will not be a problem. When campaign starts, we go start to expose these people. This will not be Obaseki campaign. This is Nigeria campaign. Me one go settle down. Everybody don't tire. So So make your rest.
Thank you.
Don't forget the matter. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. God bless you, my lovely brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. All right. You can hear from what that our brother called from Italy just said, that he's tired. He don't tire. He don't tire for abroad. And many of you watching me right now, you are tired as well. I'm grateful to God that I now even spend more time in Nigeria than in abroad. Since 2016 is when I moved to Nigeria, and I spend more time in Nigeria than abroad. Since November, I've not visited UK. You know what that means? So it means that if Nigeria become better today, we are not looking for perfection yet. Even United Kingdom is not perfect. But if Nigeria become better today, a lot of people will move back home. A lot of you watching me right now, even some of the people that is clamoring for Tinubu to become a president or Atiku to become a president, these people fear not going to let them move back home. If God forbid these people become president. They're not fit. They are fighting for their pockets. To know it's authentic people, fake people, unreal people, is not hard. For the past about 4 years now, I've been saying the same thing. I've not changed my tone. And my tone can't change because I'm saying it how it is. Everybody's tired. Before we give room for people to start talking right now, my people, please share our videos. And I would like us to take at least a minute break. God bless you.
Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. And useful. Obedient and useful. Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For light today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, Obi, I'll be obedient and useful. Obi, oh yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. Get it. For better life, yeah. For better health, yeah. For better road, yeah. Get it. From consumption to production. Get it. Che obi adima, yeah.
right. Thank you very much, my people. That was a short break right there. Please, let's stand for what is right. This is the opportunity for every one of us that want a better Nigeria. We are about building a better Nigeria. We're about building a new Nigeria. Please stand for what is right. You don't need to be paid to do this. Please don't look at your stomach when you're fighting this fight. If you look at your stomach, give me this before I go do one for you. We're not going to get nowhere. I'm saying it on air every day. Nobody is paying us for this. In fact, the people that is paying us for this is you. Those of you giving us super chat every day here. You are the one paying us for this. You are the one encouraging us to do this. You are the one giving us the reason why we need to continue. Those of you joining our panel and our panel all the time, you are the one encouraging us. Please, let's stand for what is right. It's only normally it's a 3-horse race, but it's only one man. There's no comparison. When it comes to 3 of them, you cannot compare. You can't think about it. There's no need for you to sit on the fence. It's obvious. The blind can visualize it. The deaf can hear it. It's Peter Obi. If we miss it, my people, it has gotten worse to that extent that Nigerians are now moving from Nigeria to Ghana, to Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe. Nigerians are everywhere because nothing is working. And we are there still saying that Tinubu we want, Atiku we want. All right. I would like us to speak to, because we have a couple of new people who just joined us. I'd like us to give them 3 minutes and let's round up. Mr. Leftist, please, can you do that? Thank you.
Yes.
All right, we have some super chat here. Let me quickly acknowledge Pansat HD. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for your continued support. And Joseph Orji, thank you very much, sir, for your continued support. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. Over to you, Leftist.
Yes, thank you very much. Pansat HD, as usual. Victor, thank you very much. Joseph Oji, thank you. And again, Victor, thank you. And Susan Igodao, thank you. Now, they don't make a talk again. The super chat committee say we don't talk now. They are told to take over. I can soon leave the place for Namuku and just they do it now, Sabi. But thank you very much for this consecutive chat at the same time, starting from Pansat, followed by Joseph, followed by Victor, then followed by Susan Igodao. I thank you so much for this support. Yes, we've been here and we'll soon be running up. But before then, I think it was turn of Victor to talk to us. Victor, please talk to us.
All right.
Okay.
If Victor is not available, can we get Alex? Because Alex can be in or out.
So just choose. Before Alex, choose.
Hello,
All right.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
Mr. Victor. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I had to mute myself. Took a couple of seconds to do that, And yeah, we've been talking about Adams Oshiomhole. Adams Oshiomhole is a non-entity, to be honest. He has made himself a kind of I don't know how to call it. He's trying to make himself like a giant in Nigerian politics. But I don't want to say that I know him very well. But I grew up not far away from himself. I was born in, if you know very well, Sapele. I was born in Sapele, Delta State. But all my education was in Benin City. My primary education was at Word of Faith Day School, which was owned by God bless his soul, the Honorable Archbishop Idahosa. That's where I went to my primary school. Yeah, my secondary school was at Onitsha, but I went back to Sapele to complete my SS3 and all that. And then I went to Ekoma, which is now Ambrose Ali University. It was then Edo State University. And from Ekoma, I went to University of Benin. So I'm very familiar from my childhood days to my teenage years. I'm very familiar with that environment. But the nitty-gritty of the political environment, I was never into politics then. So I cannot really, I'm sorry to say, but I cannot really dive into the grains of politics then. But when I did a little bit of research, I found out that this guy called Oshiomhole in 1982, that is about, how many years ago is that? 1982 to 2002, about 40 years ago or so, thereabout. That was when he was first known in the public sphere because he was appointed as the Secretary General of the National Union of Textile, Garment, and Tailoring of Nigeria. They had 75,000 workers. You can check the facts. It's there on Wikipedia. That's where I got my source from. It's there on Wikipedia. That is when he started to gain prominence. And he moved a motion to increase their wages by 25%. That is when people started liking him. They started gaining popularity. They go, oh, this guy, he makes us rich. He makes people pay us. That's Oshiomhole back then, 40 years ago, 1982. If I'm right, yeah, that's about 40 years. You know, so he now used that level of influence to get himself into being the chairman of the is it National or Nigerian NLC Labour Congress? I think it's a Nigerian Labour Congress. Yeah, that's where he started climbing up the ladder to become who he is today. Everybody liked him then, but the moment he got into politics, that man changed. And for him to attack our principal, the word principal is a little bit strange, to be honest, you know, but for him to attack our presidential candidate and our future president, Peter Obi, and tell the whole world that Peter Obi sponsored, Peter Obi was there when Bakassi was doing a lot of atrocities in Anambra State. So blatantly, and nobody has challenged him on Twitter or Facebook. It's so absurd. I don't use Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I'm not a social media person. I'm always on YouTube only. I'm a little bit old school, you know, but maybe because of this, what this guy has said, maybe I'm going to go and join Twitter and Facebook and attack him directly, because I've not seen any challenges towards him, people who are going to call him out as a liar because he had just lied a very big, massive lie. And I will tell you why. Because I did my NYSC in Imo State, in Owerri, in that barracks where they are using army to go and kill people right now. It's just about 30 minutes from the capital, you know, from Owerri, Obinze barrack. I believe some people will know what I'm talking about. I was interacting with soldiers on a daily basis. And what I've noticed there is that most of the soldiers there, they are from the north. What Nigeria does is they move all the Igbo soldiers to the north, and then they move all the northern soldiers to the east. Why? There is no cultural understanding. There is no whatever going on. But the most fascinating thing, what surprised me the most around that time, 1999, just before the millennium 2000, was that whenever I was going back home to Delta State, remember, we are all the same. We are all from Bendel State. It was Bendel before the powers that be came and broke it up and divided it to Edo and Delta. Yeah? And this is the more reason why we need Peter Obi. Yeah, but that could be an issue for another day. But what surprised me the most, that whenever I was traveling home from Owerri to Delta State, going through, you have to go through Onitsha. You have to go through Anambra State. My God. What you will see on the highways and near the Upper Iweka, there's a place called Upper Iweka. Igbos in the house can understand me. There are big markets, left, right, center, big markets. And on the side of the road, you will see dead bodies, charred, burnt. People who have been killed and burnt to death. And I'm saying this because I saw it with my eyes. Unfortunately, back then, there were no mobile phones or cameras or things that you could use to gather evidence. And who were doing these things? Bakassi boys. Okay, maybe these people were right. Maybe they were wrong. Who knows? Maybe the people who were burnt were criminals or not. Who knows? But one thing I was thinking to myself is that, look, why would there be such kind of like instant justice without somebody being tried? I was scared myself because even though I'm not a criminal, somebody can just drag me out from a bus and say, look, our juju catch you. And then they just eliminate you like that. This thing went on for months. Each time I passed through, they were making example of people, and I saw charred bodies, charred like human being, burnt. Oh, man, it's a picture, an image that is going to live with me for the rest of my life, to be honest. You know, so when Oshiomhole now says that Peter Obi was governor when those things were happening, can you just imagine that kind of person coming out? The person who was governor then was Mbadinuju. I think his first name was Chinwoke or something. He was governor during at 1999 when all these atrocities were going on. So maybe Oshiomhole is suffering from Alzheimer's disease. He forgets things. You know, people need to start questioning Oshiomhole's mentality, because as a top politician, and you're coming out at a critical point where the nation needs people who are intellectually okay there, and you're lying this kind of blatant lie. Oshiomhole, if you're listening, or one of your supporters are listening, they should tell him, Oshiomhole, to go and get a medical checkup, because he cannot just throw an arrow like that on Peter Obi and get away with it. I think he's suffering from dementia. He needs medical help, and he should resign from politics immediately. That is just my opinion on him. And yeah, there's so much that I want to say, but I want to give time for other people to talk right now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's You just get, you cleared some issue because a lot of people wouldn't know, they just believe him. Oshiomhole is a born liar. Anybody that believes anything he says, anything, that person can believe the devil. That's the truth. He's a born liar. If he wants to get anything, he lies. After getting the thing, he lies. He's known for that. So I pity those people that say, oh, Oshiomhole said with his own mouth. How you go believe what the person talk now? Not to believe what they talk. You try to know what he's doing, what is happening, not what Oshiomhole talk. Oshiomhole never say the truth. He's always taking advantage and looking for prominence. They don't say that short man. So they make himself big. Anyway, let me just leave Oshiomhole for now. Because people are already coming out to tell us what they know. Because that time, not even Peter Obi time at all. Yes, we'll be calling on after Victor, it would have been the turn of who? Who do we have? Chooks. Chooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came, you left, I think, and now you are back. Please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. I wanted to, participate in the program, but unfortunately something came up and I have to attend it. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity, and good evening to you. Good evening to everyone, watching us and fellow panelists. The case of Oshiomhole, I don't even know why we're talking about this man, because many of us grew up in the times of Oshiomhole, emulating him as a freedom fighter, right? But today, most of us, who are fortunate not to eat the crumbs that fall out of his table, can I equally tell you that, he was doing that just to get the political relevance. And once he got the political relevance, the whole character he's been displaying disappeared. So, and in as much as the last speaker said, that is one of the traits of liars, because if you cannot stand on one place, it means you're a liar, To start with, I'm gonna say something. There's one of the chart I just read here, which the prime dot AY. I don't know if he's still here, but I don't know what he was saying. I just want to ask if he's still here. If Tinubu, if he has a company and the Tinubu comes, to head that company, as one of the managers, would he hire Tinubu? Because I saw what he wrote here, and it's disgraceful of that person. That person should be ashamed of himself, saying that we are saying things out of emotion because he supports Tinubu. I want to ask him this question, and if the answer to this question is no, he should shut his mouth forever. Because I don't know why he can come here to accuse somebody of being emotional or switching loyalty for Tinubu. Because I'm sure if he owns a company, because this is how I ask people who come to defend Tinubu or Atiku, would you hire any one of them? Me and him went to school. Maybe he's a young lad. Before you come to any distance, they want to know your age. They want to know how long you're going to serve in that organization. And you are talking about ancestors. I'm sorry to use that language. But for me today, Tinubu represents an ancestor to me. Because since I grew up, I've been hearing that name. And that name has not helped anybody. And that is by the way. Yeah. Coming to Oshiomhole, there's not even any need for us to, cry about Oshiomhole, because every Nigerian today knows that he is no more relevant to political space in Nigeria. I mean, how can Oshiomhole know what is happening in Anambra State that he doesn't care about? There are some Igbo people today that we are arguing if what Peter Obi did in Anambra was right or wrong because of the way he handled security. He bought them cars, bought them all the equipment to help them fight crime in Anambra State. He's the one that changed the situation. Okay? I heard the last speaker said, I am from Anambra State. I've said it here many times, especially the day that Yoruba was attacked. He is my senator, to be precise. Okay? So many people see him as an enemy of Anambra indigenes because he fortified security. They were attacking him today. I had, a few days ago, I had some argument with some people. And I told them, he came to work. It doesn't matter who you are. Without security, there's nothing he can do that will work. So if you are arguing that because he equipped the distance, that means he sent soldiers to go and kill IPOB members. No, he doesn't. And we had such an argument. And Oshiomhole has the infantry to come on. I don't know where he said this made this statement. I don't know if it is on TV, but he has the infantry to go wherever he is to say that Bakassi Boys was operating left and right during the time of Peter Obi. Peter Obi was the one who made Bakassi Boys disappear. Just like today, in time to come, we are seeing what Soludo is doing. Asking those who have guns, drop your guns, come in, let's see what we can do for you. Tomorrow, because of the height of insecurity in Anambra State, somebody somewhere will come out and say, hey, look at what is happening during his time. But did they check what that person did to curtail what is happening right now? So I think Oshiomhole, I don't know where to put him, because like I said, growing up, I see him as a freedom fighter. In fact, I was emulating him. As young as I was then, any protest, I do try my best to be out there, even though I don't even know what is going on. But because of those kind of people, I see him wearing khaki, talking on national TV, telling the government off, even though it was during the military time. And we had all those hopes to be like him. And look at what we're getting today. That's why I made that statement that is politically, he's not relevant in our society anymore, except those who are still blinded by these crooked people. But as far as people like me are concerned, who grew up in his days, to see him behave in this way because of crumbs from their master's table, he is a disgrace. He is a disgrace. He shouldn't be called a Salvana. Talk more of from Edo State. When they say Edo, they carry last. It's not a joke. I had some people when we used to joke around. Edo be Lagos. We used to joke with this. From the time they took him out of the equation in Edo State, to say, hey, Obaseki, this is your time. We stand by you. We used to joke about that. And now I know that this is reality. This is reality. He's past his political relevance. So we shouldn't be even remembering him, because I think he's just, trying to make himself relevant so that people will hear about him, because we've literally forgotten about him. I don't even know how come we'll start hearing about him now. Is it because we are discussing him? I think he enjoys the discussion we gave to him, because I am sure he has his men He listened to this station. He has his men listening. You know, we said, I can quote Niger Watch here. He said when the campaign starts, when we're gonna deal with him. I think that is what he's trying to, you know, make himself relevant now, so that people will know that he's still around. You know, so I don't think he has this in people who knows Anambra, those who come from Anambra, knows exactly what happened during that time. When Bakassi came, we celebrated it. When they start doing evil, we shouted about it. And when I talk sometimes, you know, there's similarities between Edo and Anambra. I used to discuss it with friends here. Because whatever Edo man says, hey, I'm gonna do this, he's gonna fight it till the end. The same as Anambra. If nobody, I can give an example of what I'm saying. Look at the time, last few months, when Mpurumiri was the talk of the town. Anambra pick on it and dealt decisively with those people. Are we still hearing about that today? This is who we are. This is who we are. Yes, we might have, you know, few men who are rich, who are trying to tell us what to do. But the day we decide enough is enough, that is it. Including this insecurity that is in Anambra State. I believe that. And that, like I said, I'm from Anambra State. In my own senatorial zone now, there's movement going on to stop all this nonsense. And they are doing it. It's a community effort. And I believe in it. So people like Oshiomhole shouldn't come here and disturb our movement or even make us to think twice. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, and all the panelists. I yield here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Brother Rita, you just came. So, Marita, talk to us. After that, we just take 3 minutes and round up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lefties. Good evening, Sir Elvis. Good evening, Niger Watch, and the panelists. The last speaker that just spoke. Sorry, sir, I can't remember your name.
Chooks.
You really spoke. Sorry, you said your name is Chris?
Chooks.
Oh, sorry, Chooks. Okay, Mr. Chooks. Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying, and I support what you're saying. You know what I was just thinking? Oh my God! Somebody wrote a comment in the comment section that said Peter Obi demolished houses of kidnappers during his tenure as governor, right? Guess what? In case you guys cannot remember, this same Oshiomhole copied that style, because when there was kidnappers, he made a proclamation and say any house that they find the kidnapper, that house will be demolished. Therefore, I would say, Oshiomhole, you are a copycat. If somebody is good, I mean, come on, you are a grandfather. Just admit and say, okay, the man is good. What this guy is doing, Oshiomhole is doing. Now, let me speak in Benin accent. The guy, they also. Oshiomhole, they also, as Benin people would say it in their accent, is hustling for potential minister. If the one at Bodilon is going to be there, would never be there anyway. Minister or maybe Laila Mohammed position. And at the same time, he's trying to make himself relevant for a senatorial seat. So he has to be in the news, but he's spewing rubbish. And I've gotten to a stage where I really don't want to say with all due respect, because what he's saying is rubbish. What he's saying, former Governor Oshiomhole, is rubbish. And there's something I wanted to make clear. Sir Elvis and even Israel, when you guys were talking, I think I was busy, so I was offline during that time. There's something you guys were talking about Oshiomhole's regime and all that, and how Obaseki came. Please, like I was saying in the convention, please, anytime we mention Oshiomhole, we cannot cut out the fraudulent part of Governor Obaseki. We cannot. Because if Governor Obaseki had interest in Edo State, this discussion is not about Governor Obaseki, but I have to make something clear. If he had interest, just the way Peter Obi left PDP and saw the kind of greed, saw the kind of policies they were playing, said, no, this is not me. This is not my character. I will live here. I will go to even the party that people think is not even popular. I rather go there. But what did Governor Obaseki do? He was so desperate to be in that position. He went to a corrupt party that he knew was corrupt. He was part of the corruption because he paid to sideline the other people who were already bidding for governorship for that party. So you cannot say this person is bad. That's why I disagree completely with what Israel was saying. I mean, I agree what he was saying, but he was one-sided. Let us say things the way it is. Let us not get it twisted. Let us give people the right information. Let us show people this is how the picture actually looks like. It's not about whether you like one person or you hate one person or one person is not in Peter Obi's side. So let us just hammer that person. But if we're hammering that person and you are not interjecting another person's name, please add that person's name too. That is my point. That is my point. Like Mr. Chuks was saying, the guy he's just the hustle. Let me use Benin accent. Oshiomhole the hustle. He's hustling for his stipend he's going to get from the man at Bodilon, the Agbadoma. That is just what he's doing. But like I said in our past debates, I don't know what it was last week, at this point, we cannot play mix. We cannot play quietness just because we want to be decent, because these people, they lack decency. So if we have to play their game, we have to play it in an intelligent way, but in a ruthless way. Intelligent, but ruthless. It's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said when he was governor of California. He said, do not break the law, but break the rules. That is how you can get results. Do not break the law, but you can break the rules. Nigerians, break the rules of these games they are playing. We have to, Elvis, Nigeria Watch family, we have to break the rules of the game. That is the only way. That is the only way we can win, because if we know how much these people are planning, you feel like as if maybe these are legions of Satan's army against the betterment of Nigeria. That's just how it's just playing out. So I don't really want to talk much about that man that is like, I don't want to use the word pygmy, but I'm tempted to use that word, that called himself a former Governor Oshiomhole. I mean, I expected better from him, at least even from the shame of what, the likes the 4x4 did to him. At least at this time, maybe he will have been in the shadows and at least still get a little respect that is left. The one that Esako people respect, he should have kept it. But now he has decided to come out. I said it before. I said, former Governor Oshiomhole, enter house. If you do not want people to disgrace and insult you, if you don't want small girls and small boys to lash out at you, enter house. This kind of hustle, because I have to use the Benin accent, this kind of hustle that you are hustling, it is not going to be in your favor, sir. It is not going to be in your favor, because you are making everybody really upset. You are lying against Peter the Rock Obi. You are lying against him. If you have a bad market that you cannot market, enter house. Enter house, man. I'm just really getting so irritated. Seriously. Former Governor Oshiomhole, enter house. Because right now, everybody's antenna is standing. Everybody, they vex. So whatever water you get, you deserve it. Because you cannot stand right there on national TV and try to malign somebody as astute, as intelligent, as at least honest to a level that it is unseen in Nigerian politicians, and then you not talk rubbish about the man. Come on now. Come on. You even copied his demolition of house policy. You copied it in Edo State. You copied it. Please, I beg. And in fact, that Elvis, I really don't want to talk about Oshiomhole again, because he's totally irrelevant. He's just one vote. Because the entire Edo State, including his local government, is for Peter the Rock Obi. Period. Edo State is for Peter the Rock Obi. There's nothing he can say right now that is relevant, because we are going to disgrace them. This Oshiomhole, we are going to disgrace him to say, even in your own local government, Peter Obi won. That is the only way to finish these people. Not too much talk, not be long thing. We will disgrace them. As they're talking, we'll be focusing on where they come from. We'll make sure we will use all our arsenal. When I mean arsenal, not mentioning gun. All our efforts, we will use it, money, mobilization to disgrace them. That's just the only way to work this thing out. Let's not give them popularity. I don't want them to be mentioning their names, especially the man at Bodilon. The Agbadoma, we should not be mentioning their names because like you are promoting their name. Do not mention it because they have studies, they have fraudulent people that will come on this wonderful platform and be talking just because they want us to mention their name. So let us make them unknown because the more you mention their name, it's spoiling what you want to do. We should give them nickname. Agbado is plenty, body law, bullion van, former vice president, Dubai man. Call them with those names. Don't not be calling their names. That's just what I have to say for now. I don't know if there's any other topic that I missed because I came in late. Please, I really don't know.
No, you've said it all, madam. You said it all. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have said it.
God bless everybody.
You know, I wish I can do without not mentioning their names. I have to mention their names. Trust me.
It's something I practice so when it's working for me. I can't promote their name. For what now? As beautiful as Nigeria, I'll be calling Agbado man name. For what? No, I can't. I'm sorry. Please, we should start to learn it. No, I know they call their name again. Give them nickname. Find anyone. But I must call Peter the Rock Obi. His name was mentioned fully. But Agbado, Dubai, Bullion Van, I cannot mention their name is not very safe. The one from us president, we are here, he has a Cameroonian name. The other one, we don't even know where it came from. I don't think it's a Nigerian.
Oshiomhole guy's name, I bet make una tell us.
The name I have, it is not good for media, so I'll keep it to myself. It's not good for media to hear it because of this the rules of engagement of this panel. So I just I keep it to myself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate that. All right.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Lefties, who is next? Because we need to round up. It's 5 hours now.
Yes, we have rounded up. We are just going to give, let's just say, 1 minute to everybody present here to say their final goodbye for today.
Okay, let's start with Amobode.
Yes.
Amobode, you are there with us. Please, 1 minute.
All right. Thank you so very much. I know I'm not the type that used to talk very well. I just want to let people who are watching from Nigeria now who are living in Lagos State that there will be, let me put it, 10 million march for Peter Obi in Lekki Toll Gate, 1st of October. I just want to give them that information. Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thanks for joining us. We'll move on now to Mr. Felix. Please, 1 minute. Mr. Felix, are you there? All right. Mr. Felix, don't sleep. All right. We'll go back to Mr. Shooks. Mr. Shooks, your 1 minute, please.
Okay, thank you. Just to support what our sister said, I regret calling these names, because I think she made the right, point there. Because I think most of these people who come to this platform to say something, one thing or the other, they are doing that just to promote, to use this avenue to promote their principles, which, this platform rejected, So I think that is one of the things, like the other time, I saw one of them, I've been seeing one of the people that was banned on this thing speaking on this very platform, they come with different names. So we know them with their voice and with the information they have gave out before, but they don't realize that they have given that information out already and they still mention the same information. So that was a complete, sign that this is the same person, even though we know the voice. So I think she has made it clear, some of these people, when they come here, for us to promote them, I think we should be really careful, because they are, like Mr. Elvis said, this platform is solely for obedient family and no other person. So I think we should be coding them, I agree with her on that very point. It's a fantastic point. Thank you, Niger Watch, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Mr. Victor, thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. 10 million march must happen. Yes, so for Lagos on the 1st of October, we are going to be live on that day. Yeah, whether the devil likes it or not, we are doing this. 10 million march.
That 10 million march is not only in Lagos. It's also in Delta State, Asaba. It's in Delta State in Asaba, Itabua roundabout, Asaba. Isidedu, Bowo Road, Ekewa Road, Sapler Road, Airport Road, Aduawa, Agbo Road, and Kids Square. You see
on that same day, on the 1st.
Yes. You see
Jesus.
the Keja, 1st October. You see the Keja, feed beside Archbishop.
Lock down. Lock it down.
Lock it down. Violet GRA. First Town, FA feed on 23rd Road, First Tack. It's in Abia, Osisiama Junction, Abia. It's in Kano, France Road, Sabogari. It's in Ogun State, Oshobo Stadium. It's in Ele-Ife, Efeworu Park, Edowa, Ele-Ife. It's in London, Trafalgar Square, London.
Trafalgar Square. Wow.
It's in Akwa Ibom, Owadeta Water Fountain.
On the 1st, Jesus.
On the 1st, these are all on the 1st of October 2023. So when that person just said Lagos, I just want us to know that it is not only in Lagos, it's happening all
everywhere.
around Nigeria and London again.
Trafalgar Square.
Yes, as well. So
thank you.
Anna Rita, your 1 minute.
I'm talking again. Oh, that was quick.
Your 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, this is the closing. Okay.
Remark, yeah.
My closing submission is we should continue doing what we're doing. Please try not to mention their names on this honorable channel. I know it's difficult. It's something that I learned and it's part of me now. And God bless everyone. And please, if you have to fast and pray for, this whole match that we are going to proceed on, so that, we don't want any form of fatality or anybody getting injured, because I know Lagos is very sensitive. Mr. Naija, please be very careful. We know you already have enemies online and offline. We know that. So please be very careful. All your team, everyone, just be very, very careful. But we move, we move. Thank you. Good night.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. On that very day, by God's grace, I'm gonna be with my own security. So we are already sorting that out. I want to be there, to be honest, but I've arranged for a lot of security. So yeah, we'll be fine by God's grace. We're gonna be live. I pray nothing happened to me, but I'm certainly gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Everyone have contributed. Lefties, do you have anything to say? No, Mr. Charles, I've not said anything. Oh, Mr. Charles, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
Okay. What I wanted to say here is concerning what Oshiomhole, the governor former governor of the Delta State. That man, I think he just every time speak nonsense from his mouth. He don't know what he was saying concerning Peter Obi and Bakassi. Bakassi was not formed during the time of Peter Obi. Bakassi was formed in 1998 by Aba traders. Even these guys, Mbadinuju was the governor. Even they came in as a governor and met Bakassi boys, which Oshiomhole was then the governor of Abia State. And it was formed by just above traders as a vigilante, and there's support from Oshiomhole, which some of the governors there, in order to curb insecurity in their country, they buy that idea, which Mbadinuju did never. It has never been the time of Peter Obi.
Just 1 minute. Please, run 1 minute.
Okay. So that's what I want to say now. So Oshiomhole he said we should look for Google. He himself, before he said anything, he should look for Google. He said not to come out of the media and speak nonsense for his mouth. That's all I want to say here now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, we want to thank everybody that have been watching us today. You, the viewers watching us today. The thanks goes to you. Plenty, enough. Everything will be said is because of you. So thank you very much, you viewers. Before I now go to the people that came today on the panel section, 115 came and he spoke. Thank you. Yes, Egarima Kennedy has gone. Thank you. Charles came. Yes. Son of God came. Yes. Collis. Yes. Chooks. All three came, didn't speak. The Chris George came, didn't speak. Ojo and Lava came, didn't speak. The Paiki and Labofele really came out, he spoke. It was just good. Elderly man, elderly wisdom. And his praise. You didn't speak. No, you came. Then we had Mr. Andrew Yekro. Yes, he was here. Machiavelli was equally here. Felix, yes. Victor, yes. Then Chooks, that just spoke. Then we had Madam Rita. And yes, that's for that. Then we had how many calls today? We just had 3 calls. The man that called from Pa Omori called from Elvis Ed. They had Jerry called from my end, Jerry from Italy. The man that knows too much about Oshiomhole, that challenged Oshiomhole to conference him. That was a bold one. I think that man knows what he was saying. He really was, he trusted what he was saying. Then I want to say thank you to the people that did their committee of super chats today. These people really, they did very well. I think we had about 11 super chats, though it's at that 11. So repeat themselves, double themselves. Thank God, so not be salary that they collect for the Nigerian government for saying a fraud. But this one, be see that they give. They don't they collect because they say that they still like too. They still want please just they give. God will bless you. And these people are one. Chidi, Ube, you started it, followed by Bonaventures, followed by Bella Naomi, followed by Jude O'Shea Ofole, followed by Andrew, followed by Pan Sartage, the others one, they just line up. They be like people with a good person birthday. One person don't work out. They just wait for each other. As one move, the other one follow for back, the other one follow for back. As fast as you move, beep, now Andrew follow for back. Before Andrew know, see your guy Joseph, you just do it back. At the same time, make if you not be say that Victor again, no, Victor say na lie, I go, Susan go down. All this one I just the same time, they don't say book will wait. Ah, now wow, that's too much. God could bless you that. Emmanuel come follow. The Emmanuel no saya wa o soha. Yes, thank you very much. Then Alexander go because say, "What can I worry? That we go close the door today." Alexander Gomez, God go bless you that. These are the people that actually super chat. So on that, I want to say thank you to everybody in the comment section. One comment attracted me from the Queen Valerie. Yes, the Queen Valerie. He said, "Let is no goodbye. Oh. I prefer to see you later." Una, you go to see me later. You go see me later on the Java platform. Thank you very much. So over to you, Eris.
Thank you very much, my people. Now God bless you now. I appreciate you, my brother Leftis, my co-moderator. We've done our best for today to educate our people, to tell our people what is right, what we know that is right, not what we think, what we know that is right. So let's stand for what is right. Despite that we all are putting smile on our faces, but we need a better life, especially in Nigeria. So with collective effort, togetherness, we all will achieve this. In Jesus' name. Thank every one of you. One more, we'll play this music, then we'll round up. God bless you all.
Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is impossible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production.
Thank you very much, my people. That is the end. We're rounding up now. So we're going to be back here again tomorrow by 10 a.m. for our newspaper review. Tomorrow evening by 5 p.m. we're going to be back here again. In fact, for some of you that just joined us, if you're your first time coming across our video or our channel, endeavor to subscribe with us. We're always here Monday to Monday, 7 days a week. Monday to Saturday, we are here for newspaper review 10 a.m. And Monday to Thursday, we are here 5 p.m. for a discussion like this. On Friday is the big one for our debate. You know, I'm always here with my brother. You're seeing here on the screen. Left is Etoya. And on Saturday, I handle that, you know, but somebody will take over that very soon. While Sunday is for Etoya again. So we're always here. We're always here. So I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. Endeavor to share our videos all the time, like our videos, support us all the time, encourage us. We appreciate every one of you equally. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Together, we all will achieve this. Take care and bye for now.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, Papa, where your PVC? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, Papa, where your PVC? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obi get ability, carry go. Obi get this, carry go. Say forward ever, backward never. Get your PVC, they give them waka. Ahead, yo, follow Obi go. Anywhere you day, follow and go. Mama, Papa, get your PVC. Brother, sister, make we start activity. Yelele, na Obi. Morning, noon, and night, Obi, Obi. Get your PVC, Obi. If not to make a choice, wanna be Obi. Ebola, everywhere na Obi. Ebola, everywhere na Obi. Kowara yaka, koporo yaka, kowara yegu. We Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, Papa, wear your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. 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 Mama, Papa, wear your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Brother, sister, show me your PVC. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Kerenke, 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 wara yaga, poro yaga, wara yegu, wara yegu. We masara wa, we masata pi. Tofu, batofu,